Hi there. If you are interested into climbing your online ladder on the website you are playing currently, and you want to be as efficient as possible in the time you are doing so, I wanted to make this video for you. So in this video I'm gonna share with you what I have done in my period where I was like very active and practicing very deeply on Reddit, not deeply, but more intense. And maybe it's useful to you and you can apply it to your learning session and to your grinding session. So, starting off, the, on leeches, we have this toolkit where we can look at the analyzing board. I don't know if chess.com has the same, but um, I hope they do. So, what I like to do before I start my climbing is I go I go with the opening I want to play. Let's say I play d4 and I find the Slav defense rather annoying. So the Slav is something like this. I find I find the Slav rather annoying. So I want to think about something that I faced quite often in my games. So if you don't face the Slav often in your games, then there's no point for you to learn something going into the Slav. It's That's not true. It's still useful because you are gonna face it anyway. But if it's either way more important that you don't memorize the line, just like how's it called? You memorize the line like um what's the word in English? It's like you don't memorize it just by you I go this and the lines, but you understand the ideas behind it. So the Slav goes something like this. Black goes here, knight of six, and we go here. And you don't. So you don't have you have options to play here, right? You can take and can do have various. So what I have realized in this opening for black that this bishop is very annoying. What do I have realized is that people who play this opening play it because it's rather easy and it's very self-explanatory. Okay, you build the pawn chain, you develop your pieces, you're just solid, and there is not much going on, seemingly. So I like to give them the option to develop their bishop into a seemingly better square. And as you can see, the engine on the engine lines, the it wants to develop this bishop. But we're gonna turn off this thing. So what my opponents then like to do, because they see, oh, I now have this bishop here, and it's a rather awful piece, and I don't want to push e6 here. I want to develop this bishop. They most of the time develop their bishop here. Either they do it now or they play something like h6 or what is there else? There is not much else to do. Most of the time they develop it anyways, and they develop it, and this is already a bad move. Why? Because this pawn is very weak, and their whole base of the pawn chain is unprotected. Also, this rook is unprotected. and in many lines you can snipe this rook or threaten it tactically. So already in this line or in this position, black is doing very bad because the bishop here is doing nothing. It's just looking at a overly protected knight, and the knight is free to move and not not only threaten the bishop, but also gaining a very very good um, square for itself. And if black isn't careful, the queen is gonna apply pressure here. And my whole point in telling you that is, um, don't only memorize the line, because computer would trade here and then develop it here, right? Think about what your opponent is likely to do in the elo where you are playing, and you what you are essentially doing, or what I am inviting you to do, is to analyze the meta you are currently in. A meta under 1000 elo, or at 1500 elo, or even at 1800 elo, is different from a meta on the 2000 elo. You you have to analyze and take what you have experienced up to this point and weave it into your opening. That's how you are going to climb or have an easier time playing. Maybe that's the better um, the better term to put it in. So um, refresh your before climbing or doing a climbing session. Refresh your opening repertoire and analyze moves that your opponent is likely to do. Maybe bait them in doing them and take advantage of it. You have to take advantage of the bad moves from your opponent, and you have to understand why they are bad. You have to get the knowledge about why is it bad. Because if you don't understand it, if you just go, oh, um, it's because it's protecting the pawn and I can attack the pawn. Sometimes in other move orders, let's say they don't play c6, but they go e6. Mm, they go e6. Then let's say you do it like that. Yeah, I'm stupid, you know. You can let's say they do something silly like that. You can go here, but wait. Black should have. Black can take here. Why can't you take here? Oh, yeah. You see? I never went into that line. And already you messed up, okay? So be careful with such things. Um, you have to understand is it why something is good when it's good in chess. That's way more useful. Um, you don't want to just memorize the lines. I never went into that line. Um, yeah, but I knew that it's not good um, instinctively. So one is one very good practice is doing that, refreshing your repertoire. And the next one I want to talk about is a rather more simple approach, and it's going to do puzzles. Just to do some puzzles, and it doesn't really matter how much puzzle you do. That's the cool thing about it, in my opinion. It's about the commitment to do it and just doing so. And by that I mean you go on, you say, okay, I'm gonna do like puzzles for 10 minutes, or let's say you do it for half an hour. You do this, you practice it, and that doesn't matter how many puzzles you solve. It's important that you are calculating and understanding and take it in the position into you, and you understand it, why the certain moves are good, even if when it seems that it's like the position is dead, you are lost. So many times I have missed a rather unseeming move that would give continue my advantage, and I thought I had lost it. So this is very useful. And again, you don't have to practice for half an hour. I really want to stress that out, that if you practice, like any form of practice really is very useful to you if you are like about the climbing stuff, okay? If you don't care, you shouldn't probably watch this video, to be honest. There is no point in doing so. So yeah, um I hope it was somewhat useful. You gained something out of this, and I gave you maybe a direction or an idea. Um, yeah, so don't forget. I know, and that's so nice that even more and more so people are talking in the chess community about not memorizing lines but understanding the positions. That's so cool because it's so important, and I wanted to hammer, or not hammer it in, but like um, give my contribution to it. And I hope it spreads out and more chess players get aware of it and have a good time playing and having fun with chess, because it's ultimately about that, right? So yeah, I hope you have a good time, and peace. Bye bye.